Part 1. The Archive, where you must not breathe loudly behind the massive bronze gates. Where tourists see only St. Peter's Square, there exists another Vatican, one not shown on any tour. Beneath the ground stretch narrow corridors with controlled climate and guards at every level. Within these walls lie documents about which humanity knows almost nothing. Officially, this is the Apostolic Archive. It was once called the Secret Archive, the Latin secretum meaning private. But in truth, real secrets are buried there, and even researchers admit they try to breathe softly inside. Tens of kilometers of shelves hold letters from emperors, maps of vanished civilizations, reports of the Inquisition, records of astronomical observations, and papal decrees that were never made public. Only a handful of scholars are granted access. Each receives permission to view just a few files, and only on a specific topic. Everything else remains locked away. Some claim to have seen catalogs marked with unknown symbols, Latin letters mixed with digits and signs that exist in no known alphabet. According to internal legends, there is a special division known as Section 13. It is said to contain documents about the times when the Church first confronted questions of extraterrestrial life, alchemy, and ancient knowledge. No living cardinal officially acknowledges that this section exists. Archivists whisper of one night when an alarm went off during a ventilation check. Guards rushed in and found an overturned table, broken in half. On the floor lay a book bound in human skin. Within a day, the incident was classified, and the staff were interrogated. None of them ever worked in the Vatican again. Part 2. The Bank of God. From the outside, the Vatican appears to be a realm of faith and holiness, but within its walls flows a river of money. The Institute for the Works of Religion, better known as the Vatican Bank, was created to serve missions and religious orders. Over time, it became a financial center, through which billions of dollars passed. In the mid-20th century, scandals began to surface. Missing funds, accounts under false names, mysterious offshore transfers. Some historians believe the Vatican acted as a silent intermediary between secret political funds in Europe and Latin America. The death of banker Roberto Calvi, found hanging beneath a London bridge, shrouded the Vatican's finances in permanent darkness. He was called God's banker. He knew too much. The documents he was meant to deliver to investigators vanished without a trace. It is said that within the Vatican operated a secret circle of cardinals known as the Commission of Light. They allegedly controlled donation flows and investments, channeling money not only to missions but to covert projects as well. A confidential internal audit report, glimpsed only briefly before being buried, stated, "There exists a network of transactions, not reflected in any account. Funds are transferred to companies whose owners are unknown even to the Curia." After the major document leaks of 2012, Pope Benedict XVI resigned. The official reason was age and fatigue. The unofficial one, pressure. Those papers reportedly contained information that could have shattered the image of papal infallibility forever. Part 3. The conclave and the shadow over the dome. Every papal conclave is a spectacle with one roll and 100 hidden scripts. When the cardinals gather in the Sistine Chapel, their phones are taken, communication is cut off, and the doors are sealed. The world waits breathlessly for the white smoke. But inside, the games are far more complex. Continental lobbies, secret alliances, promises of future positions, whispered deals in the name of reform. There's a legend that in 1958, a certain cardinal was already elected pope, but within hours the result was overturned due to external interference. Recently released documents make vague reference to the incident, without naming names. During the 1978 conclave, when John Paul I was chosen, rumors swept through the Vatican that he planned a massive purge of the bank. 33 days later, he was dead. Officially, heart attack. Unofficially, missing medicine, forged signatures, and a switched body before the autopsy. Some witnesses claimed that the day before his death, he summoned his secretary and demanded a list of cardinals implicated in financial corruption. That document was never seen again. When Italian investigators arrived, the bank archives were already sealed. The secretary left Rome and never returned. No one from his staff ever gave an interview again. Part 4. The secrets they don't pray about. Behind the marble columns lies a world where faith and politics intertwine with ancient fears. Some documents, researchers say, describe encounters with phenomena the Church prefers not to call miracles, glowing objects above monasteries, strange astronomical entries in 15th century chronicles, manuscripts discovered in the catacombs. The Vatican officially owns one of the world's largest private observatories. On Mount Graham in Arizona stands a telescope with the abbreviation LUCIFER, a name derived from the Latin Lucifer, meaning light-bearer. Scientists insist it's a coincidence, but journalists have long hunted for connections between its observations and prophecies buried in the archives. Within Vatican City itself are rooms forbidden even to cardinals. Underground halls, ancient catacombs, storerooms said to hold relics of faith. A former staff member once spoke of a chamber known as camera silence, the silent room. There, he claimed, lie relics not sanctioned by official doctrine. One young archivist, breaking the rules, secretly photographed part of an ancient manuscript. A week later, he was reassigned to a remote mission in South America. The image vanished from all devices, and the friend who had received a copy took his own life. Today, the Pope speaks of transparency. Yet the Vatican is an organism where darkness and light coexist. For centuries, it has accumulated secrets that shaped empires and guided the faith of billions. Some of those secrets, perhaps, have saved humanity from madness. Others, if revealed, might shatter its understanding of reality. And perhaps that is why the doors of the archives remain closed. Not because the Vatican wants to hide the truth, but because that truth is too heavy for the world to bear. "If you knew everything we keep," said one archivist, "you wouldn't sleep at night. And we need you to sleep.